With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network tonight. Blown Piston Racing's Truck Series presented to you by Banner Construction hits the road course for the first time. That's right, left-hand turns as well as right around this almost 4-mile, 14-turn speedway. It's gonna be a barn burner for sure. Qualifying already about halfway in the books. 10-minute qualifying session here tonight from Road America. Only 6 drivers with the time in so far here tonight. Gonna have to be very careful not to overstep the boundaries and hit the grass. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV land, race fans. Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave in the Cave bringing you all the calls from trackside. Tell you what, we'll go ahead and throw some of that qualifying information up for you. Let you follow along just like we do right here up in the production booth. 11 drivers now on the speed charts. We're going to get a handful more in. We've got about 30 drivers scheduled to hit the track here tonight. We'll have to see how they all shake down. Colin Forrester, fast time here in qualifying, laying down a 2-minute, 13-second lap, and that is almost a half a second in front of Roger Rios Matos right there in second in that 5 machine. Dominated Chevy Silverado front of this field. Your top 4 drivers are in the bow ties here tonight. Your fastest Tundra on track belongs to that 77 of Andrew Moore, rounding out your top 5. And as drivers try to navigate this very tricky track, as we already said, 14 turns here tonight, a lot of different elevation changes, and some tricky little kinks in the track. With the tail ends of these trucks getting a little bit slideways, you're going to have to be very careful under braking, very careful on throttle, getting up and out of these tight corners around this 4-mile track here in Elkhart Lake. That's right, you're watching race number 5 for the Blown Piston Racing Truck Series. Down to just about 3 minutes remaining before we will see who can walk away with that U.S. Veterans Pole Award here tonight. Right now, the quick time belongs to Colin Forrester. That 45 truck is still setting the fast time with a 2:13.47. Curtis Kelly right there nipping at his heels, just a little bit shy, 400ths off of pace. 19 drivers now turning in a lap. As the music begins to fade, we'll begin to get set and ready to go trackside for the national anthem. Just about another 2 minutes or so here in qualifying, so we'll let the stopwatch run out before we step away. Still a handful of drivers. It looks like about 10 drivers still left to put in a qualifying time. 2-time race winner this season, Justin Gann, not putting in a qualifying time just yet. Gann is here, but he is not on track. Jordan Berry also here tonight. Ryan Branchew, Kevin Dick, as Scott Wise, Tyler Goodwin, Scotty Brown, Bryce McCoon, Avery Wilson, all yet to put in their qualifying times. Everybody trying to knock Forrester out of that U.S. Veterans Pole Award spot. I don't think anybody's going to have anything for him. That is a pretty fast time around this tricky, troublesome track here at Road America. And check out Kevin Dick. He goes third. Pulling some fast times out of his back pocket. Kevin Dick, previous race winner. He's going to look to get to victory lane and take the first road course checkered flag this season. And, well, just about 60 seconds remaining, so unless, well, it doesn't look like anybody's going to be able to put down a time lap in time for it to count. So Colin Forrester will walk away with the pole position here tonight. Quick time in qualifying, 2-minute, 13 seconds. Forrester snatches that U.S. Veterans Pole Award. And, well, we're going to step away from the track and the mic for just a brief commercial break. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back with your national anthem, your starting lineup, as we get set to go road course racing for the first time this season. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be back right here, trackside.
so proudly railed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And back track side once again, race fans here from Road America. It's gonna be an interesting one. Gonna give us a little bit of a bigger picture at who the road course aces are here with the Blown Piston Racing League's Truck Series, presented to you by Banner Construction. We seen moments ago in qualifying Colin Forrester snatching the pole position, snatching away that U.S. Veterans Pole Award. He's going to put a little bit of money in his back pocket, walking away with that pole position, as drivers afforded a little bit of time to change over into race trim. That's going to give us a little bit of time to go over the point standings coming into tonight's race. 4 races in, and the field shakes down. A little something like this right here coming into tonight's race. Kevin Dick leads Colin Forrester, Lance Hill, AJ Green right there as well. Andrew Moore, that's where things start to get a little bit out of touch. 40 points back is Andrew Moore, and we got a little bit of a technical glitch on something here, so we're going to go ahead and see if we can't get that correct it and write it. But the rest of your championship rundown looks a little something like this. Justin Gann sitting outside of your top 5. He's been to victory lane 2 times so far this season. It's still outside of the top 5, 49 points back from your points leader, Kevin Dick, who has been to victory lane as well, but has had much more consistent runs over these first 4 races. Tim Haberl, Ryan Nicoletta, Jim Thorndike, and Brandon Alpin all round out your top 10. Brandon Alpin sitting 88 points back. He's going to need a handful of races to climb back inside of a top 5. And now that the season is starting to ramp up a little bit, we're getting a little bit more lap time, seat time under our belts. The Scott POW MIA Council Rookie of the Year Award right now sits in the hands of your pole sitter, Colin Forrester, 229 points in the Rookie of the Year standings. He leads AJ Green by 13 points. Lance Hill right there, third in the Rookie of the Year standings, 21 points back. Still a long way to go for these rookies to battle things out, shake things up amongst themselves, and trying to walk away with a little bit more hardware at the end of this season. You know, coming into tonight's race, why don't we mention the team points as well? We've got a little bit of extra time here, so why not go ahead and run down some of those team standing points for you. Pie-Eyed Racing leads them all, 220 points for Pie-Eyed Racing. They have a 21-point advantage over 4X Racing, 199 points for 4X. Dairy Queen Sports also running well so far here. Over the opening 4 races, they sit third in the point standings, just 22 points back. TI Racing, 27 back. Then it gets a little bit further away. 67 points back. All-in-One Motorsports, Torqued Wrench Motorsports, Hill Motorsports, 2X Racing also back there sitting in 8th. Last team on the team standings chart sitting 119 points back here. 2X Racing is going to have a big hole to climb out of over the course of the rest of this season. You can hear some of the drivers out there turning some laps, trying to make sure that they've got these engines where they need to be for tonight's race. I tell you what, why don't we go by one of the, I call it a trouble corner. Let's go down, see if we can't see who's out there. Let's see if we've got anybody out there that we can catch in Canada Corner. This is, I think, going to be a tricky little corner for all of the drivers out there tonight. You got to get very fast part of the track, and then you got to get it woed up, make this right-hand turn right here. And I think this is going to be something that we see a lot of drivers have some issues with. We're going to see some late braking passes right there as well, as we take a look around the track in a couple different spots, trying to see what we can see out there. Handful of drivers coming through the kink right now. We'll take a look back at the middle stretch right here. This is one of your longer stretches of the track. And tonight from Road America, there is a lot of air and a lot of opportunity. Are you willing to take the opportunity? Are you willing to risk it and possibly end up in the grass in one of these tire barriers? We'll have to wait to see which one of our road course kings show up here tonight. And I tell you what, I'm going to go out before we even hit the grid. And I know what some of you might be saying, Dave, it's way too early to try to put a stamp on a driver here tonight. But I'm gonna bet. Watch out for that 61 of Mark Bruning. Bruning, known for his road course skills, racing many different open wheel cars on the road courses as well as those GT cars. Look for Bruning to try to get his Toyota Tundra up through the field here in tonight's race at Road America. Watch out for the 61, I'm telling you. Watch. Top 5, guarantee it. There, I said it. And just a little bit more time on the stopwatch before drivers will head to the starting grid, and we will get set to kick things off here tonight from Road America. As we've already mentioned, 14 tricky turns around this track. We'll get back to some of that track information for you real quick. What do you say we throw it back to you one more time? Track temperature pretty cool out here tonight, so I don't think drivers are going to have a problem with the grip level of the track. They're just going to have a problem with the grip level under braking. 3.98. You might as well call it 4 miles. Just look at these corners. Look at these turns. It is going to be a big night here tonight. That's for sure. Get ready, because we're getting ready to get a little closer trackside and get ready to go green flag racing for the first time here tonight from Road America. You're watching race number 5 in the Blown Piston Racing League's Truck Series, brought to you by Banner Construction. And as we get set, there you go. Time has run out. Drivers are being called to the trucks, and we are going to fire things off here very shortly. This is going to be a good one, I'm telling you. I am telling you. I got a feeling road course racing can be pretty tricky, but I've got a feeling we're going to have ourselves one heck of a race. And you can hear those familiar sounds in the background. It's time to run down tonight's starting lineup here for race number 5 in Blown Piston Racing's Truck Series, live from Elkhart Lake, Road America, on tap tonight, starting inside row number 1, your pole sitter, taking the U.S. Veterans Pole Award, the 45 of Colin Forrester. Lined up just to his outside, the 44 of Curtis Kelly. Field rolls off of the starting grid with the 52 of Kevin Dick and Brendan Alpin back in row 2. Row number 3 here tonight, the 5 of Roger Rios and the 77 of Andrew Moore. Adam Alshire, Andrew Mraz making up row number 4. Row number 5, Mark Bruning and the 43 of AJ Green. Justin Kay and Zach Helanen back in row number 6. Row 7 here tonight from Road America, the 30 of Justin Gann and the 14 of Anthony Keys. Jacob Drift, Kevin D'Elia back in row 8. Row number 9, Jimmy McKee and Bryce McCoon. Ryan Nicoletta and Chris Scala going to round out row number 10 with Scala finishing out your top 20. 11 of John Finley in the 13 of Jim Thorndike will start in row number 11. Row 12 here tonight belongs to the 17 of Casey Duncan and the 51 of Jordan Berry. Avery Wilson, Ryan Branchew back in row 13. Row 14 tonight, the 31 of Scott Wise and the 70 of Scotty Brown. Tyler Goodwin will round out the field as we watch drivers make their way through what will be a hot spot on track tonight. Turn 6, keep your eyes peeled. It's gonna go down as drivers continue to make their way around this 4-mile track. We'll get ready to go green flag racing for the first time. Everybody begins to make their way towards turn number 10. You'll see the field right here in just a moment. There they are, making their way into turn 10. They'll come around through the kink, the backstretch, the Canada corridor, as well as turn 13. Around the final turn, up the hill to the flag stand, and we will drop the green flag here at Road America. 45 laps on tap here tonight. First stage break coming out at lap number 9. Stage number 2 will come to a close at lap number 23. A lot of points to be had, a lot of ground to be made up. Will we see another first-time winner? Or will we see Kevin Dick get that 52 back to victory lane? Will we see a shocker and the 30 of Justin Gann make his way through the field from 13th to 1st? Long way to go. Long time to find out. We're in it for the long haul. Let's go. And as the music begins to fade in the background, there you see the field working their way up the start-finish line. Well, where are they at? There they are. They're coming up the field, I promise. Coming up the hill. There it goes. Pace truck down and away. It's time to drop the green flag. Here we go. Green flag flies for the first time here tonight and Road America. Field stays double file, obviously getting down to turn number 1. Will we see a stack up here in turn 1? Everybody on the brakes. Everybody looks to get through clean and clear so far here tonight. Heck of a job by all of these truck drivers to get through these first couple of corners without any trouble. This is where it usually happens, in these first few corners. And there's trouble. The 43 goes around. 43 goes around. We've got trouble already on the track. Only local yellows here, so we will not see any full course cautions until we see those stage cautions fly here. Back to turn number 5. There you see the field going around into 48 has trouble. 48 goes around. Adam Alshire has trouble. Everybody trying to chase down Colin Forrester, Curtis Kelly right there, Jim Thorndike, Scott Wise, Scotty Brown all have trouble. And lap 1's getting pretty dicey. But lap number 1 getting pretty dicey out there. Casey Duncan getting by John Finley for 25th. Justin Kay gonna pass Andrew Mraz for 8th as Mraz falls back to the 9th position. Justin Gann getting by now. Mraz going back by Gann. Finley continues to climb up through the field. He'll get back by Casey Duncan for the 25th position. We're not going to get to that Martin Sports Hard Charger Award just yet, race fans. It's way, way too early as we are just on lap number 1. And I tell you what, something we typically don't see, but we're going to go ahead and utilize it for the road course. Let's go ahead and keep you informed on where all of the drivers are running out there tonight. We'll go ahead and see how the track map looks out there for you. There you see long snake of cars, a little bit of a gap beginning developed right after Mark Bruning, who was up 3 positions from where he started. Now knocking on the door of a top 5. Bruning sits in 6th. He looks for a little bit more. Jordan Berry, Avery Wilson. Oh, trouble, and around goes the 5. Around goes the 5 of Roger Rios Matos. Mateus, sorry. We do apologize, Roger. He's going to fall well back through the running order, all the way outside of the top 5. So from running in 4th, he loses about 16 positions with that trouble. And that is just how fast it can happen. And we can already see one driver with a handful of trouble. The 13 of Jim Thorndike already on the pit road for an extended stay here. Oh, running wide a little bit is Forrester. That's going to open up the outside for Curtis Kelly. Kelly not going to be able to quite get there just yet. He's got Kevin Dick all over him right now. Oh, opportunistic right there. And Dick going to go way off the track and into the tire barrier. Oh, man. We've seen it. We've seen these top 2 drivers battling with each other. It looks like trying to set up a pass is that 44 of Curtis Kelly right now. But Forrester able to recover well. A little bit of an open door there, and Kevin Dick decided he was going to stick the nose of the truck in there. Unfortunately, not able to get it woed down in time. Got a little out of shape under braking. And Kevin Dick going to fall outside of your top 10. He'll move back on track in the 14th position. Drivers making their way uphill and across the stripe will begin lap number 3 out of the 45 scheduled here in tonight's official race distance. Keep in mind, first stage caution will fall at the completion of lap number 9, so an early chance for drivers to readjust, reaffirm, and resituate themselves and trying to see if they can't do a little bit of something different in the long stage number 2 that we're going to have And then we'll have about halfway left into tonight's race for drivers to sort things out. Fast time on track last time around for your pole sitter, your race leader. 45 of Colin Forrester leads them all. 2 minutes and 15 seconds was the fast time here in race trim. Still a little bit, about 2 seconds, about 2 seconds. About 2 full seconds, as a matter of fact, off his qualifying time is Forrester right now. So it does appear that there is a little bit of loss in pace, but I think drivers may be holding back just a little bit right here, trying to get the tires heated up, trying to get some grip worked into them. And it looks like the 52 of Kevin Dick has more trouble. Off track once again, Kevin Dick has some more troubles. Let's go see how it happened. Let's see what went down here with that 52 truck. There it is. Tricky turn number 6. It's that uphill left hand. It kind of catches people a little bit out after you come downhill and hit the left-hand turn as well. Tough little section of the track as we rejoin the fight at the front of the field with your race leaders, Colin Forrester, Curtis Kelly, still all over him. The Dairy Queen Motorsports drivers trying to make their case and finish well here tonight and see if they can't move their team a little further in that team standings. Sitting right now, Dairy Queen Motorsports sitting third, just 1 point behind 4X Racing. And where are those 4X Racing members right now? A little bit behind the field. A little bit behind the 8-ball. We'll have to wait to see how it all shakes out here for all the drivers. And, well, I don't want to pat myself on the back too much. But, you know, I do want to say this. I told you. We were going to see that man right there that just crested the hill heading down to turn number 2. 61 of Mark Bruning. I told you we were going to see this driver right here make his way up through the field, and, well, he's up 5 positions from where he started tonight's race, sitting inside the top 5 now. That 61 Toyota Tundra of Mark Bruning is heading to the front. Avery Wilson with an off-track excursion. Scotty Brown also going to go off-track for just a moment. Both of those drivers will get the cars corralled and head back the right way. Scott Wise going to pass Scotty Brown for 22nd. Adam Alshire getting by Jacob Drift for 7th moments ago. And I tell you what, we will jump around a little bit. Let's see if we can't get some of these battles brought to you here. Anthony Keys sitting right behind that 74 of Zach Helanen. Laning all over Justin Gann. Bryce McCoon right there as well. Jimmy McKee about 2 seconds off in front of this little 4-car battle that's raging on here on lap number 4. And a solid recovery, really. I want to mention that already here. Just a handful of laps after he had his trouble. The custom paints and die cast machine of Kevin Dick, the 52. We've seen him sitting right there in third, looking for second. Possible move on first position. Had some trouble under braking, got a little bit out of shape, and Dick goes off track not once, but twice. Falls outside of your top 20. He's back to 14th. There's pace in that 52. There's pace up front out of these two drivers. There he is right there, Brandon Alpin. Going to crest the hill and make the run down to turn number 1 on the outside. Not the preferred line here to turn 1. Ooh, it's going to get close. Will he cross him over? Looking for the crossover. Not going to make that attempt. Careful under braking is that 61 of Mark Bruning. About two seconds back is Andrew Moraz. That 4 is closing in quick here on this now 3-truck battle as Curtis Kelly has gotten by Colin Forrester. Forrester struggling a little bit here as the 44 steps away. Drivers going to make their way up through this little middle stretch portion of the track and to the backside of the track. We'll take a little look at turn number 6. There you see a lot of drivers still making their way through there, funneling their way around. Trying to find all of the drivers here and there. You can see that 48 with a little bit of struggle, a little bit of trouble still out there on the track. Alpin still trying to make the pass. He's going to look to the inside. Oh boy, contact, they touch. One goes wide, one grabs the spot, and 2 positions lost just like that. A little bit of a rough pass there by that 20 of Brandon Alpin, but he's not having any cares about it right now into turn 14. Drivers a make. Ooh, and he's going to run wide and into the gravel, and he's going to lose second. Mark Bruning now moves to second. Right on around goes Colin Forrester, and now Andrew Mraz makes his way by as well. And just like that, Brandon Alpin goes from second to 5th. It's still a very close battle up here at the front of the field. Mark Bruning has one driver all over him right now, looking back off of the tail end. We'll take a look right here. State-of-the-art menswear coming on board here, sponsoring that 61 Toyota Tundra driven by Marcellus Bruning. You know, we've mentioned it over the course of the season so far. If you haven't gone and checked it out, you can go check out the Blonde Bullet Racing comic book. Created right there by the man inside this office, getting work done. Do we have it? I think there we go. There's Bruning inside the office getting work done in the truck. Creator of the Blonde Bullet comic book. If you haven't checked it out yet, you can find it on Amazon.com. Go head over there. Check out that great racing comic book. It is it is an absolutely fantastic read. I personally do have a copy. Mark, just so you know, I'm sending it to you. I want it autographed and sent back. That's all I'm saying, my man. Times on the track beginning to slide the opposite direction. It looks like a handful of drivers really beginning to slow now. Last time by, race leader ran a 2-minute 16-second lap. That was your fastest on track. All the way back to that 48 of Adam Alshire to find the next fastest man in line, sitting in 7th position. Alshire going to run a 2-minute 16.6 second lap. And, you know, I wonder what most of this field is going to do. I wonder what the strategy is going to be here at the end of stage 1. Do you come and get tires, or do you stay out there and run your tank of gas out during stage 2? I'm glad I'm not a crew chief, because I don't want to have to worry about things like this. Struggling a little bit, and it looks like we've got drivers to pit road. Drivers coming to pit road right towards the end of stage number 1. So they're not going to wait. They're not going to play the strategy games during the caution. They're going to play the strategy games right before we hit the end of stage number 1. Who's going to walk away with that Wise Guy Racing Graphic Stage 1 win? You can see the graphic right up there to the right-hand side of your screen. For all intents and purposes, right now, Curtis Kelly has that position, but Kelly struggling a little bit. Uh-oh. Mark Bruning has reeled him in. He is right there. He could make, he could try to make a spot here. Colin Forrester, a great recovery. Forrester going to come back to the 3rd position here. Brandon Alpin, after that big mistake, he's still sitting 6 seconds behind Forrester right now, so your top 3 have stepped away, have broken away from this field. And it looks like we do have a handful of retirements already here tonight from Road America. First road course of the season, catching 4 drivers out so far. Looks like Ryan Branchew, Scotty Brown, Jim Thorndike, and Tyler Goodwin all down and out of tonight's race here from Road America. You're watching race number 5 with the Blown Piston Racing Truck Series, brought to you by Banner Construction. Want to keep our eyes right here on the battle for this top spot. Battle for the race lead. Mark Bruning, who started all the way back in the 9th position, has gained 7 spots to sit in second. However, Bruning, not our charger right now. That belongs to these 2 men. Jimmy McKee in that Indiana 99 Ford F-150, sitting with 10 positions gained so far here tonight, in control, or tied, I should say, with the man sideways right behind him, Jimmy McKee. Bryce McCoon battling for that Martin Sports hard charger, both up 10 positions so far early here tonight. We'll jump back around the racetrack, try to find some more battles out there. We'll take a look back here with the 74 of Zach Halanen. He's had some trouble and fell back outside of the top 20. Now back to a 4-truck battle here. Anthony Keys, Justin Gann, Kevin Dick, Kevin DeLeo right there, all battling for 10th through 13th on track. Oh, and Gann sideways corrects, and around he goes. Justin Gann. Buddy, the parking lot's that way, but it's not right there. Kevin Dick continues to climb his way back through the field, back through the running order. There you can see that Custom Paints and Diecast 52 machine back to a top 10 position after battling for second and having trouble. Man, look at the tail end of that 42. Kevin DeLeo, he has had some contact. He has had some trouble. Fan Food lay 8 up the back end of that Chevy Silverado. He's going to need that looked at. Some attention going to be paid to the rear deck lid and the spoiler of the 42 of DeLeo as we cross the line this time around. Driver's going to take lap number 9. We've still got ourselves about 2 miles before we'll see lap. Well, no, I apologize. Race leaders just now coming through the final corner. So Kelly will bring the field up the hill and across the line to lap number 9. Now, underway. Tight little battle here between Justin K., Andrew Mraz, and Anthony Keys. 12th, 13th, 14th on the track as race leaders have stepped away from the field. One second advantage for Curtis Kelly over Marcellus Bruning, sitting in the 2nd position. Colin Forrester right about 4 seconds back from Bruning. Brandon Alpin beginning to close in on Forrester. We're going to have a battle for 3rd and 4th coming to the end of stage number 1, lap number 9 underway. We're going to see the end of stage number 1. And it looks like for all intents and purposes, this man right here will walk away with the Wise Guy Racing Graphics stage 1 win. Almost official, not quite there just yet. We'll get rid of the track map as we get set to see the first stage caution flag fly here tonight from Road America. What an eventful handful of laps this has been. And just think about it, race fans. There's 45 total laps, and we have only been 9 laps in. We've had 4 drivers put out of the race already with trouble. Will we see a handful more drop in stage number 2? We'll find out here very shortly. Coming through the backstretch and into the final few corners. Close, but I don't think Mark Bruning is gonna get there. And through the final corner and up the hill, Curtis Kelly will bring the field to the start finish line, and Kelly is going to snatch the Wise Guy Racing Graphics Stage 1 win here from Road America. There you can see it coming out already. Kelly snatching the Wise Guy Racing Graphics Stage 1 win. The DeKalb Sycamore Chevy Buick GMC caution flag coming out. What an opening round. What an opening stage. And well, we're starting to see who some of those road course ringers are. We told you watch out for him. He's sitting in second now, but how about the man at the front getting the job done from the outside pole position? Curtis Kelly battled with teammate Colin Forrester, your U.S. Veterans Pole Award winner here tonight. And Kelly reigns supreme for the time being. He'll snatch the points here at the end of stage number 1. We're going to try to see if we can't look around and see who has that New Age Limited Speed Demon Award right now. And it looks like it is going to belong to... It's very, very close here. Brandon Alpin, yes, in the 20 with a 2:14.54 on the stopwatch. Alpin in control of the Speed Demon Award here, brought to you by the New Age Limited. So that's going to be another accolade and award that we're going to have to keep our eye on. You can see a little bit of damage on the left side of the 20 truck. Not slowing him down enough, because he is your New Age Limited Speed Demon Award holder for the time being. We'll have to wait to see if that continues to be the case throughout the rest of tonight's race. But back up front with your race leader, your Stage 1 winner, the 44 of Curtis Kelly. And as drivers make their way behind the pace car, we're going to step away for a brief commercial break, pay a few bills. You know how that goes. You know how that is. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be back with all your green flag action right here from Road America.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
And we're back trackside as the trucks begin to double up. We'll get set to go back green flag racing this time around. Jacob Drift trying to pull a fast one on the field here. We mentioned with some of those drivers that came to pit road right before pit road closed 2 laps before the end of stage number 1. What would they do at the end of stage 1? And there's your answer. Out of the 4 trucks that came down on lap 6, Drift, the only one willing to risk it and stay out there. He'll take the point for the time being. Now up 14 positions. He is in that Martin Sports Hard Charger Award position as drivers beginning to make their way to the front side of this track. Will get set to go back green flag racing this time by Colin Forrester. Sits back in third. The 44 of Curtis Kelly, your stage 1 winner, walking away with the Wise Guy Racing Graphics stage 1 win. Will start back in second. Mark Bruning giving up 1 spot on pit road. He'll restart back in fourth. And well, the base truck ready to duck off, and we're gonna get ready to fire things off once again here from Road America. Green flag will fly once again on lap number 13. Gonna give these drivers right about 10 laps to run things down to the end of stage number 2 and see who can walk away with the custom paints and diecast stage 2. When will we see Curtis Kelly snatch the second stage? Or will we see a new driver at the front of this field in a short 10 laps? Through the backstretch portion of the track, drivers will make their way into the final few corners now. Field makes their way to the final corner and will head up the hill and get set to drop the green flag on this field. Once again, drivers ready to go, hammer down. They'll be led to the restart box by the 15 of Jacob Drift. Can the Burger King machine get the job done? We'll find out as green flag flies once again here from Road America, up over the hill, crossing the line, side by side to turn 1. Here comes the field. Will we see a big stack up in turn 1? Ooh, close under braking there for your top few drivers. Everybody makes their way through turn 1 clean and clear. Out of turn 2, everybody through 2 clean as well. Back to 3. This is where we've seen our first trouble on lap 1. Everybody makes their way through turn number 3. We'll see them head into turn number 5 here very shortly. They'll crest the hill, come around the corner, and come right at you, right into your living room screens. And just like that, top spot once again, Curtis Kelly grabs the top spot. Everybody making their way through turn 5, up the hill to turn number 6. Now jockeying for positions here on this opening lap. Scott Wise, Ryan Nicoletta, they have a little bit of trouble. Few drivers getting off pace, few drivers going off course here. Casey Duncan getting by Justin Gann for 19th. Jacob Drift dropping back to 3rd position now, as Mark Bruning moves up into that 3rd position. We do apologize, falling way back through the field. Is that 15 now? 15 of Drift back to 4th. Started on in the top spot for the restart. He has dropped 3 positions already. There you can see that 15 Burger King machine. He's now following your top 3 positions. Jerry Queen teammates in the top 2 positions. We got a battle here. Look at this 48. Adam Alshire diving it down into the corner. Alshire with a big move. He's going to have the outside here. He'll be side by side just for a moment with Jimmy McKee. Brandon Alpin right behind him. Alpin still holds on to that New Age Limited Speed Demon Award for the time being, but he's got some fast drivers he's going to have to keep out of the gas. A little bit of a sideways moment there, getting back on the gas for Alpin. And Kevin Dick will capitalize on that little bit of a mistake. We'll head a little further back up through the field. We've got a battle for 2nd to 3rd here. Mark Bruning moving his way into the mix. We'll get the timing and scoring tower up for you once again. There you have it. And just a friendly reminder, if you haven't already, go ahead and join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. Show these drivers some love. Drop them a thumbs up. Click subscribe. Smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by, whether you're just sliding through to say hey, or you are one of the dedicated fans, friends, family, or maybe even one of the sponsors out there. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. Without you, there would be no us. So while you're here, while you're at it, while you're watching some fun racing, why not go ahead and show these drivers some love and appreciation and drop them that thumbs up. Gonna jump around the track just a little bit, get to some more. Oh, and the 38's gonna get turned. The 38 goes around. Justin K goes around right in a corner. That's going to be some trouble for him. He gets that Dale's Pools 38 machine back, heading in the right direction. The Chevy Silverado driver having some trouble. Bryce McCoon getting by Jacob Drift. That's going to be for 9th position as Drift continues to, drift through the field and down in the running order. And how about Jim Thorndike, the 13, persevering through trouble here tonight, gets his machine fixed up and back out on track. He's going to look to grab a handful of positions here tonight. The 4 of Andrew Mraz. We've seen Mraz be very quick in that first stage. He's a little bit behind the 8 ball now. He has been stuck on pit road for quite an extended stay. A lot of damage control here tonight for a handful of teams. But it looks like, unfortunately, 3 teams have officially called it quits. And we've got drivers heading to pit road. Jacob Drift going to come back down to pit road. The 77 also on to pit road, this time by Andrew Moore. Kevin Dick also in the 52 machine. He'll bring his car down for service and truck down for service and tires. Take a look at this battle between Casey Duncan and Ryan Nicoletta. That's for 22nd and 23rd. As the 59 looks to the inside down the front stretch, he'll have the preferred position. Man, look at that 5 of Roger Rios Mateus. Just absolutely. Oh my gosh! Was that Scott Wise? I believe that may have been Scott Wise in the background. All sorts of out of shape. Mateus with trouble. Out of the corner, you can see the tail end of the truck shaking. Man, this is stage 2, not disappointing, man. We are just a handful of laps away. As a matter of fact, already about 9 laps away before we will see that stage caution fly. 8 laps, I apologize. 31 laps left in tonight's race. Drivers have got to begin to focus in and try to keep all 4 tires on the asphalt, on the pavement, as now Avery Wilson getting by Justin Gann. That's a battle for 15th and 16th on track. And if Gann isn't careful, he'll have that superior templating number 5 of Roger Rios Mateus right behind him. And he'll have another spot that he's going to have to try to make up at some point in time here. Gann dominating in the win column. Not dominating here at the road course. He sits outside of your top 15. Gann runs in 16th here on lap number 15. We'll jump around the track a little bit more. Why don't we go back up here a little closer to the front. Jimmy McKee leads AJ Green and Brandon Alpin. Track information going back up on screen, trying to let you follow along, trying to see if you can't see where your favorite driver's running as they make their way around this 14-corner, 4-mile road course here at Road Atlanta, hosting race number 5 for the Blown Piston Racing League's Truck Series, brought to you by Banner Construction. We are just about 6 laps away from seeing Stage 2 come to a close. And for right now, it looks like the fast man in Stage 1 that walked away with that Wise Guy Racing Graphics Stage 1 win, Curtis Kelly. He is all alone on track. Look at the gap back. Over a 1.5 second advantage right now for the Dairy Queen Motorsports 44 of Curtis Kelly. And he looks to snatch a second stage win here tonight. He looks to grab the Custom Paints and Diecast Stage 2 win. Put a little more playoff points in his back pocket. Pole sitter sits right behind him. Cullen Forrester, also out of the Dairy Queen Motorsports stable of drivers, running second, snatched that U.S. Veterans Pole Award. Had a good solid finish at the end of stage number 1, looking for a solid finish at the end of stage number 2, as Forrester runs in second. Driver right behind both of your top 2 on track, making 6 positions up so far here tonight in just 15.5 laps. Mark Bruning in the 61 Toyota Tundra, looking for a handful of more positions. We'll jump back through the field as Adam Alshire. We've seen Alshire go around on lap number 1. What a run back up through the field to gain 3 spots from where he started from. He's passed a lot of cars, but only gained 3 total positions here tonight. Alshire has got that Ally 48 Chevy Silverado headed in the right direction. Alshire sits in 4th. Driver on the cusp of that Martin Sports Hard Charger Award, up 12 positions here tonight in that Indiana University number 99 Ford F-150. Jimmy McKee rounds out your top 5 as we cross the line last time around to begin lap number 17 out of 45 scheduled here tonight in the official race distance. AJ Green, Brandon Alpin right behind him. Bryce McCoon sits back in 8th. Zach Haladen back in 9th. Rounding out your top 10 is that 14 of Anthony Keys. We're going to go look at this man right here, though, for just a moment, race fans. Right now, sitting with that Martin Sports Hard Charger award in his back pocket. Another custom paints and die-cast sponsored truck. It's another Tundra. Jordan Berry sits in 11th. He is up 13 positions from where he started tonight's race, having a solid run, consistently keeping it on the pavement. And that is all you can ask of your driver at these road courses, is keep it on the pavement and we'll be fast. A lot of truckers out there are going to have some struggles, and they're going to have their moments. We need to minimize ours by keeping it on track. And right now, Jordan Berry is having one whale of a race so far here tonight, as we said, up 13 positions, sitting in 11th. And as things heat up at the front, let's jump back up here once again. Colin Forrester has run down Curtis Kelly. That has brought Mark Bruning right along. Top three trucks on track make their way around the final corner up the front stretch. They'll cross the line and crest the hill. Coming right at you. Here you go. Let's follow the field around the track here. One good time. Mark Bruning looking for a pass under braking. Not going to make it. Took a look. Decided better of it. Bruning, that is that road course experience coming into play. Not wanting to force the issue if it's not quite there. Not willing to make a huge dive bomb into the corner. And Forrester a little bit sideways coming out of turn number 3. Through the middle stretch and here to turn number 5. Your top three drivers run on the track just about 7/10 of a second separating your top two, 3/10 separating Bruning from the tail end of Forrester. Back through row to turn number 6 now. Up the hill and through the corner. They stay nose to tail. Tell you what, race fans, we haven't had very many opportunities to head to some of our onboard camera shots. So what do you say we jump on board with your U.S. Veterans Pole Award winner here? 45 of Colin Forrester carrying, busy hands inside that 45. Forrester carrying one of our onboard camera shots here tonight. Got a handful of onboard camera shots out there that we will work our way around the field with here. What do you say we jump back to the 42 of Kevin D'Elia? He's got another one of our onboard camera shots here tonight. You can see a handful of drivers off in front of him. That's Jordan Berry, Justin Kay, Roger Rios Mateus right there running in 11th. I do believe we have a few other camera shots out there. Let's see if we can't go to the one on board here with AJ Green and that 43 machine. A little bit of a different perspective from the right side of inside this truck. Gonna make his way through the final handful of corners here. And Green sits in a good position. He's sitting 5th right now, rounding out that top 5. Brandon Halpin right behind him. Andrew Moore in the 77 right here on the tail end of Scott Wise. Another driver with one of our onboard camera shots. Get you a little feel from the track here at Road America. Oh, and Wise locks him up and goes around. Oh my gosh. Having to all but stop was that 77 of Moore. Tough break for him. We'll jump back to another driver with one of our onboard camera shots here. This is the 11 of John Finley, rounding out your top 20 in the running order right now. Finley a little bit off pace, but still having a solid run. He'll make his way to the tail end of that 15 Burger King machine of Jacob Drift. Remember, Drift stayed out at the end of stage 1 to lead a lap. Will he do the same here at the end of stage number 2? Drift all the way back now to 19th. We'll jump back outside the trucks and back around the track just a little bit. Justin Gann now outside of your top 20. Gann in that 30 machine sits in 23rd. Back to the battle at the front, though. Hot and heavy battle between these three heavy hitters. They have been throwing haymakers and uppercuts at each other, but it's going to be who's got the strongest jab. And I said it. Don't be mad at me, race fans. Don't be mad at Dave. It ain't Dave's fault. I'm telling you, you better beware of that 61 truck of Mark Brunin. He has been hanging around those top three positions all race long. He's going to be one of those drivers that are going to put the pressure on. And look for Bruning to have a solid finish here tonight. We'll go back to the battle between Roger Rios Mateus and that 38 of Justin K. K looking to the inside. Not going to make the move here. Whoa, a little bit of off course right there. Kicking up the grass is that 38 of Justin K as they both trying to run down the 95. Or the 51, I apologize, of Jordan Berry. And Adam Alshire, he's going to pull the pit road. Alshire saying, oh, no thank you. I'm going to go ahead and get my tires and fuel now. And I'll stay out and grab the race lead. Jimmy McKee also going to bring the 99 truck down to pit road for service and tires. Top five drivers stay on track. More begin to pass by pit road here. And a pretty good call there for Alshire as well as that 99. I believe both of those drivers are gonna have a pretty good outcome here. Minimizing the laps that they're gonna have on these fresh tires right at the end of stage number 2 here. I'll look for Alshire and Jimmy McKee both to be fast at the beginning of the final stage, as we are just about 3 laps away from seeing our second to come Sycamore Chevy Buick GMC stage caution of the night. And looks like, for now, Curtis Kelly's got him in tow. He's got him in hand. Sitting with the Wise Guy Contracting Frontman Award for leading the most laps here tonight. Curtis Kelly looking to pad his pocket a little bit more. He's already walked away with the Wise Guy Racing Graphics Stage 1 win. Looking to snatch the Stage 2 win. Ken Forrester somehow get his Dairy Queen Motorsports 45 back to the point and snatch a stage win after grabbing the U.S. Veterans Pole Award. We'll have to wait to see if it shakes out for him. For now, Forrester sits in second. Mark Bruning right behind him in third. Brandon Alpin back and forth. AJ Green right at about a second back from Alpin. Rounds out your top 5. Bryce McCoon, Roger Rios, Justin K, Jordan Berry, and Kevin Dick round out your top 10. Oh, and your race leaders all going to pull the pit road. They're all going to come to pit road before the end of stage 1. Oh, boy. Oh, look at this. 4th and 5th place also going to come to pit road. What does Bryce McCoon do? He's going to come off of turn 14 and head to pit road. Here's Roger Rios Mateus. What does he do? Does he come to... And he does. He comes to pit road as well. All of the drivers coming to pit road. Uh-oh. Jordan Berry will be out on track still. What's he going to do? He's going to bring the 51 to pit road as well. Kevin Dick, Adam Alshire in the 48. We've seen Alshire to pit road already. What will that 48 do? We know he should be staying on track. What does the 52 do? He stays out on track. Adam Alshire stays out on track. And here we go. New race leader at the front of the field. Kevin Dick takes the top spot by staying out here. He came to pit road back on lap number 14 very early in stage number 2. He's got enough fuel to make it to the end. Does he have the tires? It doesn't look like he's going to be able to fend off the hard-charging 48 Ally truck of Adam Alshire. Curtis Kelly, Mark Bruning right there as well with the freshest tires. Close little battle. Oh, kicking up dust. Heading into the corner to the custom paints and diecast 52 of Kevin Dick. trying to win a stage here. And look at that 44 truck, man. Just get around this track. He moves back to second. Mark Bruning now going to battle for third with Alshire. Casey Duncan getting by John Finley for 21st. Finley going to give up another position to Scott Wise. Now Finley back to 22nd. Make that 23rd as Ryan Nicoletta has gotten his way by. Nicoletta also getting by the 31 of Wise. Looking for a way around. Under, breaking into a tight corner here. Close racing action at the front of this field. Kevin Dick, Curtis Kelly going at it. Top four drivers all within 1.2 seconds of each other. A little bit of a tail slap right there. What we like to call a tail slapper on the ovals. The tail end of the truck getting a little bit out of shape. Gas moving around in there, and it's a little hard sometimes to corral the rear end of the truck. Able to do so with a fair amount of ease, though. Alshire keeps it in third. But Kelly, class of the field right now, leading the most laps here tonight, snatching stage one. He looks to try to snatch his second stage away from the field here. We should see that Tacoma Sycamore Chevy Buick GMC caution flag fly here next time around to end stage number 2. And just like that, the Custom Paints and Diecast Stage 2 winner will be handed out to, well, we believe it's going to end up being that 44 of Curtis Kelly. How will the rest of the field shake out behind him? We'll have to wait until things sort themselves out. But right about one lap away before we see the stage caution fly here, Kevin Dick, as Mark Bruning now breathing down his neck. We'll take a quick look back off of the tail end, and there you can see just how close that Toyota Tundra is. The Tundra all over him, trying to see if he can't grab that second spot away. State-of-the-art menswear coming on board, sponsoring that Toyota Tundra. Mark Bruning having a heck of a race here tonight. Not quite able. Oh, great center of the corner right there for Bruning. That's where you can really see that road course ability come in, and we're going to have to step outside of the truck. Bruning trying to set him up. He's going to let him through on this one this time. We were a little bit later in the running. I don't think you would have seen that 61 of Bruning back out quite the way he did there getting into that corner. But with a long road ahead of these truck drivers, smart, safe move by that 61 of Bruning. That is going to bring the 48 of Alshire right up behind him, right on his rear deck lid for a moment. As the front of the field makes their way through the final corner, they'll head back up the hill, back towards the stripe, and we should see that Tacoma Sycamore Chevy Buick GMC stage caution flag fly here for the second time tonight, and Curtis Kelly with a 1.7 second race lead. He's gonna have to mess up if he is, well, a little bit of graphic trouble there. We'll fix that one on up for you. He's gonna have some trouble if somebody's gonna snatch this Custom Paints and Diecast Stage 2 win away from him. He has been lights out all night long here so far, leading almost the entirety of the race. Didn't lead the first 2 laps, didn't lead about 2 or 3 laps through the middle portion of this race. So all but about 5 to 6 laps have belonged to the very fast Chevy Silverado at the front of the field. Dairy Queen Motorsports 44 of Curtis Kelly getting it done. And we're going to see that caution flag fly here very shortly. We'll keep the graphic up on screen. Well, we'll go ahead and get rid of it, actually, because it's his. He's stepping away from Kevin Dick and Mark Bruning right now. Second and third falling a little bit further behind the 8 ball, following a little bit further off pace here with race leader Curtis Kelly as he continues to be about 1 second faster a lap here Kelly is just on it tonight, man. I'm telling you, that 44, as much as I built up Bruning in the pre-race and in stage 1, well, and here in stage number 2, Bruning gonna have to find just a little bit more out of his state-of-the-art menswear sponsored Toyota Tundra. Bruning, one of the road course aces in the field. But right there, we may have ourselves a NASCAR road course ringer. The 44 with one, you fill it in, of a race so far here. Making it look easy out there, making it look like a Sunday drive. Curtis Kelly will make his way back through the final corner. And the 3 trucks behind him, they haven't given way either. Kevin Dick, Mark Bruning, and Adam Alshire, they have continued battling here to the end of stage 2. And, well, there it is. There it goes. Your stage 2 winner here tonight, walking away with his second stage win of the night. My goodness, Curtis Kelly getting the job done. And all I can think of when I see that is donuts. I know I'm nuts, but, you know, it's okay. The New Brunswick driver showing the field how to get around this 4-mile track here in Elkhart Lake. Man, I'm pleasantly surprised with the pace out of that 44. I mean, you seen his teammate in the 45, Colin Forrester, walk away with the U.S. Veterans Pole Award. Forrester, way back in the running order now, all the way outside of the top 15. Forrester sitting back in 16th, while his teammate snatches his second stage win of the night. And we will get this field set and ready to go. Green flag racing once again. Looks like pit road will be open this time. Do we have any takers is the question. Do we have anybody willing to risk anything as of yet? We'll have ourselves about 19 to 20 laps to go in the rest of tonight's race once we drop the green flag again. So we're going to step away for a brief commercial break, pay a few more of the bills. You know how things go. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be back live right here from Road America with all your green flag racing action for the Blown Piston Racing League's Truck Series, brought to you by Banner Construction. You're watching race number 5 at Road America.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
And back trackside as the field begins to get double file, the pace car lights are out, and we're going to get set to fire things back off. And how about the pit strategy by that 61 of Bruning? He had to do something to get out front. Looks like maybe a fuel-only stop for Bruning and the 61 crew. Able to get off the pit road with the race lead. And we will have just 19 laps remaining here tonight. When we see that green flag drop for the final time, we will run this thing out to the end. Race number 5, not disappointing here at the road course. A lot of great racing action up front, in the middle, and in the rear of this field. Will the 61 be able to scoot away on the restart? We'll have a handful of corners before we get to the backside of the track to figure things out and speculate here. But I think, as I called it in pre-race, I think that 61 is going to be hard to pass. I think he's going to be one of the players at the end of tonight's race. But that 44 of Curtis Kelly, he has come for blood here tonight. He is trying everything he can to get himself back into that top spot, and I would expect to see him in that top spot again very shortly. Oh man, oh man. Through the final few corners, and drivers are set to run out the final 19 laps of tonight's race here at Road America. It has not been disappointing for the fans in the stands. To many of the fans around here in different camping spots, different vantage points, different race views here all over this 4-mile track nestled in Elkhart Lake. It is gonna be a barn burner to the end. Will turn 1 be a hot spot on the final restart? We're fixing to find out. Pace truck will get out of the way. Mr. Smith, let these drivers loose. And here we go out of the final corner. Pace truck makes the right-hand turn. Cuts the field loose. Mark Bruning waiting for it up the hill and on the gas. Green flag flies for the final time here from Road America. Everybody makes their way up over the hill and down towards turn number 1. Here they come. Bruning with a clear advantage. Doesn't have to guard that inside lane just yet. And it looks like an all but clean turn number 1 through the entire field. Job well done, gentlemen. Back through turn 2, back through 3. Everybody still on track. Everybody staying right there with each other. A little bit of a moment there as the 30 stepped out of line, just a hair. Close battle here for the top spot heading to turn number 5. Bruning, Kelly going at it. Kelly a little bit, in contact, and around goes Bruning right at the front of the field, right into the middle of the track. We got a mess on our hands. Oh no. Big time trouble for that 61 of Bruning. He is going to have a lot of ground to make up now. Oh my goodness. And with the 45 of Forrester taking back the race lead. My goodness. Big trouble there. Wow. Let's go back. Let's see if we've got another vantage point of this one. Let's see if we can see if there was actual contact or not. Let's go back here. See how it all took place. Let's see how it all went down. Let's see if we've got it. There, yeah, just on the brakes. And not on the brakes quick enough was that 44. He went way to the outside and whoop, teammate in the 45. He gets right through. Oh my gosh. 48 all but destroyed right there with nowhere to go. Ugh. We said he was fast. We said he was a road course ace. And now he's going to have a task ahead of him. Mark Bruning has got to get that 61 machine back up into a solid finishing spot because he is all the way back in 20th now as your pole sitter. Back to the point once again. How long will it be for, though? Forrester back to the point. He leads the race once again. The U.S. Veterans Pole Award winner trying to walk away with a checkered flag here as drivers make their way back across the track. And man, you gotta feel for the driver in that 61 truck. Running well all race long, gained a handful of positions, had the top spot, and under braking, well, another truck just didn't jump on the binders quick enough. Contact, and that sent the 61 flying into the grass. And once you're on the grass, you're kind of along for the ride. And along for the ride indeed. Mark Bruning now onto pit road. We will jump around the track just a little bit, see if we see any battles out there. Right now, staying with the 45 of Colin Forrester as he's got himself a 1.4 second advantage over these two drivers battling it out. It looks like a Dairy Queen Motorsports top end of the field. 1, 2, 3 on track, all out of that Dairy Queen Motorsports stable of drivers. AJ Green, Curtis Kelly going at it first, second, and third on the raceway. Brandon Alpin right there behind them. Alpin still running well here tonight. Still chasing after that New Age Limited Hard Charger award. But that's going to still belong to, I believe that's still going to belong to, yes it is, it's still going to belong to Alpin. Nobody able to take and top that 2 minute 14 second and point. We'll retry that. Let's hit rewind. Okay, there, stop, press record, ready, and go. Brandon Alpin securing that New Age Limited Speed Demon Award. Nobody able to top the 2:14.54 time set in race trim by that 20 machine. And there's the 20 truck lurking in the background. Will he have himself up there at the front of the field here very shortly? We'll have to find out. Fastest driver on track at the front of the field is AJ Green. Last time around, a 2 minute 15 second 0.85 to the 2:16.16 ran by Colin Forrester in the race lead. And it looks like it's going to be an extended stay on pit road for that 61 of Bruning. So what started out to look like a fortuitous night to walk away with a solid podium, it all goes away. And oh my gosh, and under braking again, that 44 all over the tail end of the truck in front of him. Whew. Big time braking zone right there coming in to turn 5 as well as turn 6. Driver's going to have to keep one eye on track and one eye in the rear view mirror. Braking zones getting a little bit shorter. Drivers continuing to struggle. A handful of them struggling around the track here tonight. Let's do a little house cleaning, if you will. Started tonight's race with 29 drivers on the starting grid. We have still got, it looks to be right around 22 out there still on the track. A handful of drivers on pit road right now. 4 drivers stuck on pit road in some damage control mode. We are down to, it looks like, just 20 drivers left on the lead lap, as the one of Avery Wilson listed as the first driver. 1 lap down with only local yellows. It's virtually impossible to snatch away one of the YJ Esports Lucky Dog positions. I don't think we've seen a YJ Esports Lucky Dog all night. I don't think, well, we're not going to see one for the rest of the night. So although they are one of our sponsors here week in, week out with that Lucky Dog, unfortunately, no Lucky Dogs to speak of here tonight for the YJ Esports sponsored Lucky Dog with the Blown Piston Racing League's Truck Series, brought to you by Banner Construction. And how about the teammates? Close racing action here at the front of the field. This is a team owner's pleasure and nightmare all wrapped up into one, because if something goes wrong, it has the potential to catch out all of your drivers. Hard into the braking zone. Once again, it looks like the 43 just kind of moved a little bit off line, and allowed that 44 of Curtis Kelly to make his way by. AJ Green not willing to battle it out, not willing to risk it, and end up into the outside wall, or end up turned around by just a misjudgment in the braking zone. Decides the best thing to do is just give up the position, and he'll fall back to third. Brendan Alpin still right there in fourth. Rounding out your top 5, well, that's going to be your Martin Sports Hard Charger Award holder right now, Jimmy McKee in the 99. Indiana University Ford F-150 rounds out your top 5, up 12 positions. As we mentioned, is your hard charger of the race so far here tonight, and he is one of the only Fords in the field. Just 2 blue ovals came to Road America here tonight. One of them down and out of tonight's race very early. Exit of the track for that 70 of Scotty Brown. So the one Ford driver in the field here tonight running on the track still. The 99 of Jimmy McKee rounds out your top 5. Small battle back outside, or just inside, I should say, of your top 10. Anthony Keys and Justin Gann going at it on the track. Gann, solid run here tonight at Road America. We had a chance to stop by the truck hauler on our way to the on the way to the Turn 3 production booth, and had a little words with the 2-time race winner this season, Justin Gann, and he was not at all confident about the way he felt inside of the truck here on this 4-mile, 14-turn track at Road America. But Gann having a solid night. He's had some bumps, some bruises, but still running well. Solid inside the top 10. Gann runs in 9th. He's got the 33 of Chris Scala right behind him. But up at the front, that's where the battle is, right here. Let's go back to these 2 Dairy Queen Motorsports, Dairy Queen sponsored machines, the 45 and the 44 on track 1 and 2 on the raceway. Kelly looking to get back to the point and begin to pad that back pocket with some laps led once again. He led all but every lap of the first half of tonight's race. Will we see that 44 back to point as Forrester runs a little bit wide? That's going to bring Kelly a little bit closer. And this is your closest battle on track. Going to have to be careful battling too long, though. Little sideways. Will that open up the door for Kelly? Big snap of the front end of that truck. Forrester with a handful. top 4 drivers all within 1.3 seconds of each other. And if you know road course racing, you know 1.3 seconds is nothing. It's about 2/10 at an oval track, really, is what it would equate to. One little mistake, and you're going to see a second deficit disappear without a shadow of a doubt. Now looking down to the inside is Kelly going down into turn 1. Will the 45 put up a fight? He's going to drive it in deep on the outside. Look to cross over. Oh, they wiggle. They'll stay battling for that top spot. Side-by-side battle out of turn 1 down into turn 2. Now the 44 does have the advantage. Crossover by the 45. Here comes Forrester. Oh, he can't get back on the gas in time. Gets a little bit out of shape. That's going to open up the door for 43 of AJ Green to make his way around the outside. Green has the preferred spot, the preferred lane, but down into the braking. Here comes the 45 deep in the braking zone. He's going to get it woed up in time as Alpin looks right behind him. 43 of Green not giving up yet. He'll have a disadvantage into turn 6 here. Left on the high side for the moment, but he's now gone to turn 7. He's got the preferred lane. He'll have the inside and struggling is that 45 now. The rear grip going away on Forrester's machine. Alpin stuck to the outside. Looked for a crossover there. Wasn't able to get back on the gas to keep that position rolling. As we are 32 laps into tonight's 45-lap event, and we have got drivers falling off the lead lap. Only 18 drivers, 17, drivers left on the lead lap as Curtis Kelly has started to put drivers one lap down. There you can see that 31 of Scott Wise. Whoa, and the 45 burn up the tires getting into that corner. He's going to give up a handful of spots and drop outside of your top 5. Big trouble late in the race for Forrester. And for all intents and purposes, that is going to move that 44 of Kelly a little closer to his ultimate goal here tonight, crossing the line. 13 laps now remain from Road America. Going to take a look around the track just a little bit. What do you say, race fans, as we continue to scroll some information across the bottom of your screen for you? Curtis Kelly leads the race. He has led pretty much this entire race. Handful of laps there going back to your pole sitter, Colin Forrester. But eventually Forrester did all he could, but couldn't keep the fast 44 behind him. Kelly back to the point. He won stage 1. He won stage 2. Will he be able to walk away with the first checkered flag on a road course here this season for the Blown Piston Racing League's Truck Series, brought to you by Banner Construction? Kelly, a 1.8 second advantage over AJ Green. Brandon Alpin back in third. Kevin Dick and Jimmy McKee round out your top 5. We'll take a look back at that 99 of Jimmy McKee. For the time being, he is sitting in control of that Martin Sports Hard Charger Award. Jimmy McKee up 12 spots from where he started from tonight, all the way back outside of the top 15. Great run through the field. Jimmy McKee rounds out your top 5. Solid run for McKee so far here. Let's go back and take a look at some of the other drivers that were having some great runs. How about the turnaround in the race for this man? Zach Helanen, we've seen him outside of the top 20 at one point in time in tonight's race. He's been able to get back and gain one position from where he started tonight. The 74 now sits in 11th, knocking on the door of a top 10. The Burger King 15 of Jacob Drift. That is the last driver in the top 10. I apologize. as the wounded Bass Pro Shop Tracker Chevy Silverado of Scott Wise moves offline out of the way of the lead lap race trucks. And I mean, 9th, 10th, and 11th all over each other right here. Chris Scala, Jacob Drift, Zach Halanen are all right there running with each other, all within about 7/10 of a second. Close, tight little battle right here. 3-truck battle, all trying to reel in Justin Gann, who has a 1-second advantage over these 3 trucks battling. Oh, running wide there is Scala. That's going to open up the door for Jacob Drift coming down to turn number 2. And Scala going to be left out to dry because the 74 is going to make his way to the inside of the track and take that position away. Race lead now under 1 second. The 43 of A.J. Green is closing. He is beginning to reel in race leader Curtis Kelly, but you got to ask yourself, race fans, with that being your teammate out front, how aggressive are you going to be? How willing are you to sit in the team meeting come Monday morning and listen to all the flack that you're going to catch if you end up getting into the back of your teammate, even if it is for a race win? You got to wonder how the team, what's the word I'm looking for? The team, not compassion, but the team, how the team will deal with it. Will they be up in arms? Will they say, it's a racing deal for a race win? I wish we could be a fly in the wall if something goes the wrong way here in the late stages. And Road America, just 12 laps remaining here tonight. We'll cross the line this time by, and A.J. Green ducks to pit road. And well, that's going to calm down that battle at the front of this field. A 1.5 second advantage now for Kelly over Alpin. Kevin Bick back to a top 3 position. Jimmy McKee now moves up a 13th spot into the 4th position. 77 of Andrew Moore back in 5th. A.J. Green is on pit road. He'll give up a handful of spots here. As Keys, Gann, Halanen, Drift all stay out on track. A.J. Green, long pit stop here. Maybe it's just the pit road that makes it seem so long there. Just a 14.3 stop in the box for A.J. Green. So the pit crew absolutely on it, absolutely getting the job done. But you got to ask yourself. I mean, we've seen Colin Forrester, we've seen A.J. Green, we've seen both of those drivers come to pit road. So it makes us question whether or not that 44 of Curtis Kelly has got enough fuel to get to the end. Jimmy McKee with trouble. McKee has trouble. McKee off track. He gets it back on track and headed in the right direction. Doesn't look like he gave up too many spots. McKee going to drop from 4th back to 5th. In more trouble for McKee as he's going to give up more ground to the drivers that he's racing for position around. There's the 52 of Kevin Dick sitting in that 3rd position. Andrew Moore all over him. We'll go back here all around Zach Halanen, Jacob Drift, Justin Gann, as Scott Wise and Ryan Nicoletta have more trouble from the track here tonight. Road America not pulling any punches. Matter of fact, it's punching a few of these truck drivers right in the mouth. As we reach the final 10 laps here tonight from Road America, we'll pull that track map back up for you once again. There you can see the multiple gaps all over this track here. Just a handful of small little battles out here. Jacob Drift, Justin Gann going at it 8th and 9th on the speedway. They have Chris Scala in the 33 4X Chevy Silverado right behind them. Both trying to run down that 74 of Zach Alanin, who sits in 7th. In your top 6, all to pit road this time. More drivers going to funnel down pit lane. So what does that do? We're going to jump back to the next man still out on track, and that is going to be that 43 machine of AJ Green. And Green is going to go right to the point, and he is going to have himself a big-time advantage as Curtis Kelly, just now coming off of pit road, keep it clean, and you may find yourself in victory lane with a checkered flag, my man. AJ Green pulling some pit strategy. He's got fresh tires. He's got enough fuel. Does he have enough to keep his Dairy Queen Motorsports teammate Curtis Kelly behind him? Kelly has been fast all race long. Colin Forrester in the 45. Right behind him, rounding out your podium drivers here tonight. So Dairy Queen Motorsports looks to show up and show out here tonight from Road America. We are looking around the track to see what battles we can see. How about this one between the 14 of Anthony Keys and Jacob Drift? The Burger King sponsored 15 Chevy Silverado looking for positions, not able to grab any just yet. This is a battle for 9th, 10th, 11th on the speedway. If you go ahead and count in that 30 of Justin Gann, who's lurking just off in the background, not able to shake that 33 of Christopher Scala either. Scala still running in 12th, still on track behind Gann. And oh, there goes the 14. There goes the 15. All but blocks up the track there. Justin Gann going to make his way up and around both Keys and Drift. Move Gann back into a top 10. He's now back to 9th. We'll jump around the track just a little bit once again, trying to bring you some more of the action from all over this beautiful 4-mile road course here at Elkhart Lake. AJ Green still has an advantage. Big moment there for the 30 of Gann. He almost threw the race away. What a fine run that 30 is having, and he almost had big time trouble. Gaps at the front of the field separating all of the drivers. This is your closest battles on track. A 3-truck battle now underway between Jacob Drift, Justin Gann, Chris Scala, all right there running with each other on track. Scala going to look to the inside of Gann down to turn 1, and he will grab that spot away. Gann drops out of your top 10 and back to 11th. Anthony Keys in the 14 truck right behind them. Justin K back in the 38. He's got himself quite a bit of a deficit to make up, right at around an 18-second deficit. That is going to be all but impossible to try to make up in just 9 short laps here from Road America. So as the laps begin to wind down and the battles begin to dissipate, we will jump to the front of the field with your race leader. I tell you what, race fans, we're going to drop that track map as we get ready for some driver highlights and spotlights here tonight. Sitting in the top spot, looking to snatch a race win away. A man sitting at the point leading this field in the 43 machine. Driver out of Winston-Salem. In the Dairy Queen 43 Chevy Silverado, AJ Green leads the field. Right behind him on track, the New Brunswick driver Curtis Kelly. He snatched the Wise Guy Racing Stage 1 win. He snatched the Custom Paints and Diecast Stage 2 win. He does have the Wise Choice Contracting Frontman Award. Nobody gonna lead more laps than this 44, padding his back pocket with playoff points and bonus points here tonight. Can that 44 gain one more spot and get to first? Back in third here, 45 of Colin Forrester, the Jacksonville native, trying to back up the U.S. Veterans Pole Award with a solid podium tonight. Forrester sits in third. Right behind him on track, breathing down his neck, is the man that has the new age limited Speed Demon Award. Get Brandon Alpin. Get that 20 truck into a podium spot. He's knocking on the door of it right now. Alpin sits in fourth. Whoa, big moment there between third and fourth as we take a look at this 52 Custom Paints and Diecast truck driven by Kevin Dick. To victory lane, 2 races ago. Can the 52 find his way to a podium? That's going to round out your top 5, and for the time being, back to this man right here inside of the 51 machine. Jordan Berry sits in control of the Martin Sports Hard Charger Award, up 10 positions from where he started. 11 positions, I apologize, from where he started tonight. He's got his Tundra headed towards the front. Berry, big gap to the next man on track. We'll have to see if he's going to be able to keep a hold of this Martin Sports Hard Charger Award, or if it will go to another driver here tonight. But for the time being, with 8 to go, the Hard Charger belongs to Berry. Back at the front, though, we've got these battles, and Brandon Alpin off track. Alpin off track, and he is going to give up some positions, and you don't want to do that this late in the race. And how about the pass right there by that 52 truck? Kevin back into a podium spot. He's going to grab a spot away from Brandon Alpin, and also grab a spot away from Colin Forrester. He ain't playing around. He's trying to head to the front. And, well, speaking of front, let's go up front. Battle for the race lead between teammates. The 43 moves offline, and it looks like he's all but going to let the 44 of Curtis Kelly kind of just have that position for the time being. Down through turn number 5 up to turn 6 here. Still all over the tail end of that 44. Runs a little wide there through turn 6. Does Green. And Chris Scala, he's our latest victim of an off-track excursion. He has an off-track run. He gets it headed back in the right direction. And Zach Alanin has some trouble as well. He's going to drop 2 positions. One to Justin Gannon, one to Anthony Keys. Alanin now back to the 11th spot. Jordan Berry still hanging on to that. Martin's... oh my goodness. Still holding on to the Martin Sports Hard Charger Award here, up 11 positions from where he started. But Jimmy Key, he's got himself a bit of an opportunity. McKee only has to gain 2 positions, and he has enough time and enough distance to catch the next 3 drivers in front of him. Will McKee be able to bring that Indiana University sponsored 99 Ford F-150 into the top 5? We'll have to wait and see, with just 6 laps now remaining from Road America. That's 24 miles, race fans. 24 miles left in tonight's race. I know 6 laps doesn't sound like much, but when they're 4 miles a lap, that is a long time still in front of all of these Blown Piston Racing League's Truck Series drivers. Man. And Forrester, what has happened to Colin Forrester? The 45 comes to pit road. Oh no, it looks like maybe trouble for that 45 Dairy Queen sponsored machine. Forrester back to pit road. Kevin D'Elia also to pit road in the 42 truck. And it looks like just a 2-tire stop, or maybe just a full tank there for Forrester. That is very interesting. Driver should be able to make it to the end at the front of this field. Curtis Kelly, AJ Green on the pit road back at lap 34 and lap number 35. That's right at 10 and 11 laps left in the race to go on a full tank of fuel. But remember, I mean, we just said it. We literally just said it. It's 4 miles a lap. That is over 40 miles on a tank of gas. And I know what you're thinking. Well, Dave, I mean, they do, 50, 60, 70 laps at Bristol. Well, that's a half-mile track, gentlemen. I mean, there's a big difference in saving fuel on an oval or a short track than saving fuel and finding fuel at a road course. It's very hard to save fuel and keep pace at a road course. And most of the time, you typically see the mistakes, the mental lapse of judgment when drivers lift. And there it is. That's going to answer your question. They don't have enough fuel. They do not have enough fuel to get to the end. Your top 2 drivers pulled a pit lane, and Kevin Dick, he's going to stay out. And how about this? What a job well done. Perseverance at its best. Staying out there, trying to do all he can. Mark Bruni listed 2 laps down, trying to get by a race leader to give himself just a 1 lap down standings here tonight. Bruni involved in a tough little on-track incident. Contact from the rear sent him sliding into one of the concrete barriers, and that left Bruni on pit road for quite some time. A big turnaround, though, for the driver inside of that Toyota machine. We thought it was going to end his race, and here he is trying to scratch, fight, and claw every bit of points out of tonight as he can. Road America has not been kind to a handful of drivers here tonight. And as we're down to just the 5 laps left here tonight from Road America, want to do a little bit of house cleaning for you race fans out there watching around the world in America and wherever you're at on your cell phones, your tablets, your computers, your TVs. Thanks for joining us here tonight. As always, join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. If you haven't already, drop these drivers that thumbs up, click subscribe, smash the bell on the right-hand side so you don't have to write it down on a calendar. You'll get a nice little notification of any time we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. Final few laps of tonight's race, and will we see this 52 try to stretch it on fuel to the end as he bypasses pit road once again? We're down to just 4 to go. Let's jump back here to a hot and heavy battle. AJ Green came to pit road on lap number 40. He's got fresh tires. He's got himself running well. Inside the top 5, Jimmy McKee in the 99 looks to see if he can't somehow grab another spot or two, but he has yet to make his final stop of the night. Colin Forrester in the 45, who was 8 seconds behind him, he has stopped for what should be his final stop of the race. And Scott Wise Colin Forrester. Now Justin Gann have trouble on track. All three of those drivers with a little bit of an off-track excursion. And well, with just about right on the threshold of just 3 laps remaining here tonight, race fans, Kevin Dick leads this field. Brandon Alpin in second with Andrew Moore sitting in third. Curtis Kelly, AJ Green round out your top 5. Jimmy McKee, Colin Forrester, Jacob Drift, Anthony Keys, Zach Alanin round out your top 10. And as the battles go away at the front, we'll jump back to some more battles. What do you say we go check out Zach Alanin as he tries to run down Jacob Drift. Justin Gann right behind him. Chris Scala all over the rear deck lid of Gann. Jordan Berry with late race trouble. The 51 Toyota Tundra now on to pit road for an unscheduled stop. Jim Thorndike also an unscheduled stop. He's going to be on pit road for quite some time. Looks like the crew members have the hood up and are digging around inside trying to see what's going on. And we got them shaking their heads and closing the hood down. Jim Thorndike being pushed back behind the wall. The 13 of Thorndike ends his night here at Road America back in 24th. And how about Curtis Kelly, man? That 44. He's led the most laps. Walked away with 2 stage wins. Has a little off-track trouble. It is not phasing him one bit. He is trying to overcome a 10-second deficit in just 3 laps. I don't know that it can be done without your top 3 drivers coming to pit road, so it is going to be hard-pressed to see if Kelly can make it back to the front. We're going to stick right here with this battle for 4th and 5th on the speedway as nobody else really battling for positions anywhere here. Late in the going, lap number 42 out of 45 now on the books. That gives us just 3 remaining before we see the checkered flag fly. Who will walk away with the race win? Will it be a repeat winner? Will Kevin Dick make his way back to victory lane for the 2nd time this season? And as we do get down to these final laps here, do want to take a moment to mention what looked like a dominating podium lockout for the Dairy Queen Motorsports stable of drivers now has turned into a battle for 4th and 5th between teammates. If you had asked us 10 laps ago who was going to be battling for 4th and 5th, I guarantee you nobody in this production booth and nobody probably out there in the chat would have said Curtis Kelly and AJ Green are going to end up battling for 4th and 5th. We just did not see this coming. The pit strategy has changed the game. Kevin Dick looks to snatch his 2nd race win with popsicle sticks. Now on display, the boss man in the flag stand letting drivers know you got 2 more times around this 4-mile track. Yes, that's right. Only 8 miles left here tonight from Road America as you watch AJ Green try to chase down Curtis Kelly for 4th. Trying to look around the track to make sure we have all of the awards and accolades kind of sorted out, or as sorted out as we possibly can have them at this point in juncture in the race. Walking away with the U.S. Veterans Pole Award here tonight was the driver in the 45 Dairy Queen Motorsports machine, Colin Forrester. winning stage number 1. And walking away with some points from the Wise Guy Racing Graphics Stage 1 win. That was the 44 truck of Curtis Kelly. Snatching away the Custom Paints and Die Cast Stage 2 win. Also, that 44 of Curtis Kelly in the Wise Choice Contracting Frontman Award for leading the most laps. That also belongs to that 44 of Curtis Kelly. As tough racing between teammates, Kelly and Green going at it. Fastest lap of the race, though, belongs to the man sitting in second. That's right, inside of this 20 machine. Brandon Alpin still has that new age limited Hard Charger award. And well, as we get closer to the final lap, we'll jump closer to the front with your race leader coming through the final corner on the track. We will get things set up for the one to go. The boss man in the flag stand, ready to drop the white flag here tonight from Road America. There you can see it cresting up over the hill, and white flag final lap here tonight from Road America. Kevin Hick leads the field by 9.5 seconds down to turn 1. No problems for the 52. They'll head back to turn 2 and back towards turn number 3 now. Down the hill once again. He's just got to keep it clean. Can Dick make his way back to victory lane and tie Justin Gann in the race win column? And there you can see just how big that gap back to Brandon Alpin truly is. We'll take a look at that gap right here once again. 52 truck now down into turn number 5. Just now, Alpin's beginning to make his way into the picture. That is a big-time gap. That is what 9 seconds at a road course looks like. As race leader makes his way through turn 6, 7, 8, 9. All right here, coming up shortly, we are just a handful of corners away from crowning a race winner here tonight from Road America. We do want to take a moment to give a thanks and appreciation to tonight's race sponsor, Superior Templating, coming on board, sponsoring tonight's race at Road America. We couldn't be happier with the partnership here with the Blown Piston Racing Leagues and Superior Templating, your caution flag sponsor in the Clash Series. Man, what a job well done. Kevin Dick just kept chipping away at it. Oh my gosh, drivers with trouble. Ryan Nicoletta, Avery Wilson off track. The 52 just kept picking off positions, and he has found a way to the front, and he will come to the checkered flag this time. There you see the white flag in hand, and here comes that checkered. It's out, and checkered flag flies here for Kevin Dick, who takes the top spot. Brandon Alpin going to finish in second. Looks like Andrew Moore will walk away in third. AJ Green back in fourth. Fifth place here tonight. Rounding out your top 5 and walking away with the Martin Sports Hard Charger Award will be that 99 Indiana University Ford F-150 of Jimmy McKee. Curtis Kelly, Colin Forrester, Jacob Drift, Zach Halanen, and Anthony Keys round out your top 10. What a night, what a race. And as your race winner, Kevin Dick puts his second race win in his back pocket. He'll enjoy his cool down lap, and we're going to step away for just a brief commercial break. Get ready to head trackside for post-race interviews with your race winner. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back here from Road America. And back trackside at the conclusion of the first road course race this season for the Blown Piston Racing League's Truck Series, brought to you by Banner Construction. Tonight's race number 5 being brought to you by Superior Templating, and it did not disappoint. We seen a double stage winner here tonight. We seen Colin Forrester snatch the U.S. Veterans Pole Award. We watched Jimmy McKee walk away with the Martin Sports Hard Charger Award. The man that finished back in second, Brandon Alpin, he walked away with the New Age Limited Speed Demon Award. But it's time to crown the king here tonight. It's time to see if we can't have a few quick words with the driver that walked away with the top spot in his second checkered flag of the year. Kevin, it's Dave. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, heck of a job, heck of a run. How'd you get the job done? Let's just jump right to it. How did you move your way back up into that top spot? Where'd the strategy call come from?
Mainly just during that second stage or whatnot. I knew we weren't really going to gain spots just running behind those guys, so we needed to pit early so I was able to, get, clean track so I could run quick times, which definitely made the difference coming out. When those guys pitted, I was able to clear them, but I had used my tires up by that point where Curtis was able to get back by me there.
Well, we noticed too there towards the end stages of the race, towards the final few laps or so, we started to see a lot of drivers begin to dive to pit road. How sure were you that you were going to have enough fuel to make it those final 10 laps? Because most of the field pitted right around lap 34 and 35, and you were able to stay out where some they came to pit road.
At the very beginning, right after I came out of the pits, I knew it was going to be real close. But after running 3 or 4 laps, my fuel gauge, adjusted to it or whatnot, then I knew I was going to just barely make it.
Well, it doesn't matter how you got there. All that matters is that you got there. You snatched your second checkered flag of the season, the first one on the road course here. So you got a little something you can hang over everybody's head. You can say, hey, it's not that I'm just good at left-hand turns. I can beat you turning right, too. So congratulations on the checkered flag here tonight, Kevin. But before we let you go and enjoy this race win, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Yeah, I'll give a shout-out to all the guys at Pie-Eyed and Cousin Paints and Diecast and you up in the booth. And say sorry to all the guys I ran into because I really felt like I was quite a havoc out there in that first stage, which definitely wasn't what I wanted to do.
Absolutely. Well, Kevin, again, congratulations on a solid run here tonight. We get back to the ovals next week. I believe we head to, let me take a look at this schedule again real quick. It looks like we got a good one next week. We're heading to Nashville Fairgrounds. What's your thoughts on that?
I'm looking forward to it. It should be another one of those driver tracks where skill really comes into play, so really looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Well, Kevin, again, enjoy this one. Until next time, man, stay safe and keep it fast.
Sounds good.
All right, there you have it. Final parting words from your race winner, the 52 of Kevin Nick, walks away with his second checkered flag of the season. And that is pretty much going to begin to do it for us up here in the booth. We're going to begin to shut down the lights, roll up the cords, and get set for Sunday night's class race right here at Road American with the producers hitting those music buttons in the background. You know their familiar tunes. It's time to run down tonight's unofficial race results. Walking away with the top spot here from Road America, the 52 of Kevin Dick. Brandon Alpin going to bring himself home in second and snatch away that New Age Limited Speed Demon Award. Andrew Moore back in third. AJ Green in fourth. And rounding out your top 5, your Martin Sports Hard Charger Award winner, 99 of Jimmy McKee. Curtis Kelly snatches the Wise Guy Racing Graphics Stage 1 win. the Custom Paints and Diecast Stage 2 win. The Wise Choice Contracting Frontman Award and finishes in 6th. 7th place belongs to your U.S. Veterans Bowl Award winner, the 45 of Colin Forrester. Jacob Drift back in 8th, 9th place tonight to Zach Halanen, and rounding out your top 10, the 14 of Anthony Keys. Justin Gann and Chris Scala back in 12th. John Finley in 13th, 14th tonight from trackside. Ryan Nicoletta. Casey Duncan back in 15th, sliding home in 16th will be the 42 of Kevin D'Elia. Mark Bruning finishes tonight's race 2 laps down back in 17th. Avery Wilson in 18th. Jordan Berry back in 19th. Scott Wise will round out your top 20. Trouble early for the 5 of Rondra Rios. Bryce McCoon back in 22nd, 23rd is Justin K. Jim Thorndike, Adam Halshire round out your top 5. Andrew Mraz, 26th, 27th is Scotty Brown, and Ryan Branchew round out the running order here tonight from Road America. If you haven't already, race fans, join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. Drop these drivers that thumbs up. Click subscribe. Smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. So with that being said, stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and until next time, we'll meet you in Turn 3.